Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Mark, and as always, I'm here with my co-host, Jessica.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're new to this podcast, this is the place where we help you grow your English step by step in a natural and fun way.
That's right. And today's episode is all about something super important: how to speak better every single day. You know, a lot of learners wait for the perfect time to practice English. But the truth is, your English gets stronger when you use it daily, even in small ways.
Exactly. Think of it like exercise. If you go to the gym once a month, you won't see results. But if you move a little every day, your body gets stronger. Speaking English works the same way, just a little bit each day makes a big difference.
Yes, and in today's episode, we're going to show you why daily practice matters, some common mistakes learners make, and, of course, practical steps you can start using right after listening.
And as always, we'll have some role plays, real life examples, and even a little challenge for you at the end. So stay with us.
All right, let's jump right in. Why does daily speaking practice matter so much? So, Jessica, let's start with the big question. Why does daily speaking practice matter so much for English learners?
Well, the main reason is simple language is a skill, not just knowledge. You can study grammar, read books, or memorize vocabulary, but if you don't actually use the language every day, your brain doesn't learn how to speak it naturally.
Yes, I love that point. It's kind of like learning to swim. You can read 100 books about swimming, but unless you actually get in the water, you'll never be able to swim.
Exactly, and English is the same. Daily speaking practice helps your brain build strong connections. The more often you speak, the faster your brain learns to find the right words and build sentences without thinking too much.
Right. And I think another important thing is confidence. Many learners feel nervous when speaking English, but if you practice every day, even just for a few minutes, you slowly start to feel more comfortable. It's like telling your brain, hey, this is normal, I can do this.
Yes, I've noticed that with my own students. At first, they might only say 1 or 2 sentences a day, but after a few weeks of daily speaking, they're suddenly able to hold conversations without freezing.
That's powerful. And I think a lot of learners underestimate small steps. They think, if I can't practice for 1 hour, it's not worth it. But in reality, even 5 minutes every day is way more effective than 1 hour once a week.
Exactly. Daily practice creates a habit, and habits are what build fluency. You don't need perfection, you need consistency.
I love that. So, to all our listeners, don't wait for the perfect time. Start today, even if it's just 1 minute of speaking. Every little step moves you forward.
Yes, and in a few minutes, we're going to dive into the science behind daily improvement, why your brain loves repetition, and small daily actions.
Stick with us, because this is going to change the way you think about speaking English. All right, Jessica, let's get into the science of this. Why is it that daily practice works so much better than big, once-in-a-while study sessions?
Well, the main reason is how our brain learns. Our brain loves repetition. When you practice something every day, you're actually strengthening the connections in your brain, kind of like building a path. The more you walk on that path, the clearer it becomes.
Oh, I love that image. It's like if you walk through the grass once, the grass pops back up. But if you walk on it every single day, a path forms. Your brain does the same thing with English.
Exactly. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. When you practice English words, sounds, and sentences every day, your brain is literally rewiring itself to make English easier and faster for you.
That's so cool. And it's the same reason musicians or athletes practice daily. A piano player doesn't wait a week before touching the piano again. They practice a little bit each day because the brain remembers better with constant training.
Yes. And another scientific point is muscle memory. Even though speaking is mental, your mouth, tongue, and vocal cords also need training. The more you say words out loud, the more natural they feel.
That's true. Have you ever noticed that if you say a phrase many times, it just sticks? Like, how's it going? Or, can I get a coffee? You don't have to think about it anymore. That's because daily repetition turns it into automatic language.
Exactly. And here's the key. Small daily practice is what tricks your brain into saying, "Oh, this is important. I should keep this information." If you only practice once a week, your brain kind of forgets in between.
So it's not about how long you study, it's about how often. 10 minutes every day is more powerful than 2 hours on Sunday.
Yes, and that's the science behind daily improvement. Repetition, neuroplasticity, and muscle memory. Together, they make speaking smoother and more natural.
Beautifully said. And in the next part, we'll talk about something that often blocks learners: the common mistakes people make when trying to improve their English speaking. Okay, so Jessica, before we give our listeners the how-to steps, maybe we should talk about the roadblocks, the common mistakes learners make when trying to speak better.
Definitely. I think the first big mistake is waiting for perfect English before speaking. So many learners think, "I'll start speaking when my grammar is better or when I know more vocabulary." But if you wait for that, you'll never actually start.
Yes, I've seen that too. It's like waiting to be fit before going to the gym. It just doesn't work. You get better by doing it, not by waiting.
Exactly. Another mistake is practicing passively. A lot of learners spend hours listening or reading, which is great, but they never open their mouths to speak. Passive learning won't build speaking fluency. You have to use your voice.
That's a powerful point. I always tell my students, if your goal is to speak, then you must speak. Reading and listening are helpful, but they won't magically make your speaking strong.
Yes, and another mistake is thinking practice has to be long or formal. Many learners say, "I don't have 1 hour to practice speaking today, so I'll skip it." But skipping every day means no progress. Even 2 or 3 minutes is better than nothing.
I couldn't agree more. It's those little daily moments that add up over time. So the big mistakes are waiting for perfection, practicing passively, and skipping practice because you think it has to be long.
Exactly. If our listeners can avoid these 3 traps, they'll already be miles ahead.
Perfect. And to really drive this point home, why don't we do a short role play next? We'll show what happens when someone is shy and avoids speaking versus when someone speaks a little every day. All right, it's role play time. Jessica, let's act this out. You'll be the shy speaker, and I'll play the confident daily speaker.
Okay, but just to be clear, I'm only pretending to be shy here.
Of course. So let's imagine two students in the same English class. Both of them know about the same amount of grammar and vocabulary, but one speaks only once in a while, and the other practices every day. Ready?
Hello. My name is Jessica. I like, reading books.
Hey, my name's Mark. Nice to meet you. I really enjoy reading too. Lately, I've been into mystery novels. What kind of books do you like?
I don't know. Maybe story books?
That's cool. I think storybooks are great because they help with imagination. I try to read a few pages every night before bed.
Okay, pause there. See the difference? The shy speaker is hesitating, nervous, and giving very short answers. The confident speaker who practices daily sounds more natural and adds extra details.
Exactly. And remember, both students know about the same amount of English. The difference is that one uses it every day and feels comfortable, while the other avoids speaking and loses confidence.
And that's the lesson. Your daily speaking habits don't just improve your vocabulary, they improve your flow, confidence, and ability to express yourself.
Beautifully said. Now that we've seen the difference, let's move on to something practical. The exact steps you can take to speak better every single day. All right, Jessica, now comes the exciting part, the practical steps. How can our listeners actually start speaking better every single day?
Yes. And the good news is you don't need hours of practice. Even a few minutes a day, if done consistently, can make a huge difference.
Step 1. Daily micro-practice. Spend 2 to 5 minutes speaking English every day. It could be talking to yourself in the mirror, describing what you're doing, or even narrating your daily routine.
Yes. For example, you could say out loud, I'm making coffee. I'm putting milk in my cup. I'm going to work now. Short, simple, but consistent.
Step 2. Shadowing. This is a great technique. Pick a short audio clip, repeat it exactly like the speaker, copying their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation.
Right. Shadowing trains your mouth and brain to speak more naturally. Even just one sentence a few times a day makes a difference.
Step 3. Record yourself. It might feel awkward at first, but recording your voice helps you notice pronunciation mistakes and track your progress over time.
Yes, and don't worry about being perfect. The goal is improvement, not perfection. Listen back and celebrate even small improvements.
Step 4. Use new words daily. Pick 1 or 2 new words or phrases every day and try to use them in sentences. This builds your vocabulary in context instead of just memorizing lists.
And step 5, practice in real life. Talk to friends, classmates, or even online language partners. Real conversations are the fastest way to improve because your brain has to respond in real time.
Exactly. And here's a bonus tip. Make it fun. Sing along to English songs, act out scenes from your favorite show, or play language games. If you enjoy it, you'll stick with it.
So, to recap, micro-practice, shadowing, recording yourself, using new words, real-life conversations, and making it fun. That's your daily toolkit for speaking better every day.
If you follow even a few of these steps consistently, your English speaking will improve faster than you expect.
And the key is consistency. Even just 10 minutes a day, done every day, is better than one long session per week.
Absolutely. All right, now that we've covered the steps, let's share some real-life stories of learners who improved dramatically by following these techniques. All right, Jessica, now it's story time. Let's inspire our listeners with some real-life examples of learners who improved their English by speaking every day.
Yes. So one of my students, Ahmed, used to be very shy. He barely spoke in class because he was afraid of making mistakes. But we started a simple routine, just 5 minutes of daily speaking practice at home, talking about anything, his day, hobbies, or even what he had for breakfast.
And what happened?
Within just a few weeks, Ahmed gained so much confidence. He started speaking in class without hesitation. His sentences became longer, and he even started correcting himself naturally. The small daily practice made a huge difference.
That's amazing. I have a similar story. One of my friends, Maria, wanted to improve her conversation skills. She made a habit of recording a 1-minute voice note in English every day and sending it to herself. At first, she felt awkward and nervous, but after a month, she could speak for 5 minutes without stopping, and she noticed her pronunciation improved a lot.
Exactly. These stories show that it's not about long, perfect practice, it's about consistent, small efforts every day.
And here's another point. Improvement can be faster than you think. When learners practice daily, the brain adapts quickly, and suddenly you'll find yourself speaking sentences you couldn't say a few weeks ago.
Yes, and the key is to celebrate small wins. Even if you just say one new sentence correctly each day, that's progress. Every step counts.
So, listeners, remember Ahmed and Maria. Small daily actions, whether it's 5 minutes of speaking, shadowing, or recording yourself, can transform your English fluency over time.
Exactly. And now that we've seen how real people succeed, it's time for some practical tips that anyone can use to make daily speaking easier and more effective.
All right, Jessica, we've talked about stories and steps now. Let's give our listeners a few quick, practical tips they can start using today.
Yes. Tip number 1, talk to yourself in English. Narrate your actions, describe what you see, or even think out loud in English. It sounds funny at first, but it really works.
Tip number 2. Use your phone or recorder. Record yourself speaking for 1 or 2 minutes each day. Then listen back. You'll notice improvements over time, and it helps with pronunciation and confidence.
Tip number 3, set small, achievable goals. For example, today I will use 3 new words in sentences, or I will speak English for 5 minutes. Small goals are easier to stick to than big, overwhelming ones.
And tip number 4. Make it fun. Sing along to English songs, watch short clips and repeat sentences, or act out a scene from your favorite show. When you enjoy it, daily practice becomes effortless.
Exactly. And remember, consistency beats intensity. Even a few minutes every day adds up to huge progress.
So, listeners, start small, record yourself, set daily goals, and enjoy the process. These tips will help make speaking English a natural part of your daily life. All right, Jessica, it's time for the challenge. Listeners, if you really want to see improvement, this is for you. We're calling it the 7-Day Speak Better Challenge.
Yes, the idea is simple. For the next 7 days, spend at least 5 minutes every day speaking English. You can talk to yourself, record a voice note, shadow a short clip, or even chat with a friend in English.
And don't worry about mistakes. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Every small effort counts, and by the end of the week, you'll already notice a difference in your confidence and fluency.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Write down one small goal for each day. For example, Day 1, record a 1-minute voice note. Day 2, narrate your breakfast in English. Day 3, use 3 new words in sentences, and so on.
That's right. Make it manageable, keep it fun, and stick with it every day. By the end of 7 days, you'll have created a strong habit that will keep improving your English automatically.
So listeners, accept the challenge and take action now. Start today, even for just 5 minutes. You'll thank yourself later.
Wow, Jessica, what a great session today. We covered so much why daily speaking practice matters, the science behind improvement, common mistakes, practical steps, real-life stories, and even a 7-day challenge.
Yes, Mark. And listeners, remember this. The key to speaking better every day is consistency, not perfection. Even small steps add up over time.
Exactly. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Start today, speak a little every day, and celebrate each small improvement. Your confidence and fluency will grow faster than you think.
And don't forget to make it fun. Singing, shadowing, recording yourself, find ways to enjoy the process. When you enjoy it, speaking English becomes a natural habit, not a chore.
Absolutely. So, listeners, take the 7-day challenge, use the tips we shared, and watch yourself improve day by day. You can speak better every single day, one small step at a time.
We believe in you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and we'll see you in the next episode of the English Learning Podcast.
Bye for now, everyone. Keep speaking, keep growing, and keep having fun.